What do you feel about skeptics?
You see, being skeptic is purely a Western phenomenon. The scientists have declared that man has evolved from chimpanzees, but it is not so. The derivatives are based upon the Darwin's theory. And if Darwin's theory collapses, then all the derivatives are also false.
And society collapses.
And society collapses. When Devtas, they ask her, ओ देवी हु आर यू, आप कौन है? तो देवी कहती हैं कि अहम ब्रह्म स्वरूप हूँ। भगवान कृष्ण का जन्म है वो करीब आज से 1,00,000 साल पहले का है, ना कि 5,000 साल पहले। See, without patience, human intelligence cannot work properly. And how do you achieve patience? It is through the practices of Sanatana Dharma.
Hello, guys. This is Rohan Raj, your host at the Book Nerds podcast. And I spoke to author Nutan Tawakle on the Book Nerds podcast in this latest episode. And as you guys know, that I tend to stay away from religious and political discussions, but I was really looking forward to this one because I spent some time with this book. It's called Sanatan Dharma. It's a complete scientific analysis coming from a place of, real authenticity. And the author has really delved deep into this. He lives it practically. He lives Sanatan Dharma. He practices dhyan. He does sadhana. And he has really gone in depth into the ancient Vedic texts to bring us this compilation of all the ideas of Sanatan Dharma. So that's why I was really excited. Watch the podcast. बहुत सारी चीजें discuss हुई हैं. The process of creation, about the science of it all, about Brahm, about Higgs field, about how to get our intelligence enhanced, dhyan, what to do to make our intelligence better, and many other things. I hope you enjoy it. And after watching the podcast, do let us know in the comments also whether you liked it or not. What did you like about it? So yeah, go on and watch it and subscribe kar lena before you go into watching the podcast. So welcome to the podcast, sir, Mr. Nutan Tawakle, who has written this book. He has done a lot of research, and his wisdom of so many years. He has been studying so many ancient texts. Thank you so much for writing this tome. I would like to call this a tome. It's not easy work, I must say. So congratulations on that. Thank you so much. And you're from Delhi, and now you're staying in Dehradun, near the Himalayas.
Yeah.
How do you feel here, first of all, and then we'll take things forward.
See, somehow I plan to come to Dehradun uh, way back about 26 years back when we bought this plot of land here.
Okay.
And since then we were planning, okay, someday we will shift to the near the mountains. And in fact, if I tell you the truth, my soul lies in the mountains.
Okay, okay, that's amazing. Because I think so. I don't know. हो सकता है मैं गलत हूँ, but I feel people who live near the mountains, near nature, or especially the Himalayas, get to introspect much better because we are away from the noise of certain things, of materialistic things. I won't say that materialism is bad, but I would say that it gives you an opportunity to maybe delve inside better. What do you think about that?
You see, basically, the nearer we are to the nature, see, that sets I think, the background because you got to be near the nature. And the modern world is getting away from the nature.
Yeah.
So that is the difference. And for especially, if you see all of the munis, all of the rishis, they perform their sadhanas and meditations and prayers in the mountains only because you have to be within the nature.
Yeah. Right.
To really experience the and get the results out of your sadhanas.
Right. So, this book, you have written this book here itself, right?
Yes, yeah,
Or because, okay, this is here.
written right here in Dehradun.
Right here in Dehradun. Okay. So we are lucky that you have written it. Do you feel do you feel a difference now in your process of writing, thinking, maybe an evolution? Do you feel like that, or it feels similar to what you were experiencing in Delhi and
There is an enormous amount of difference. There is enormous amount of difference. There is too much of disturbance
okay.
when you're living in the metropolitan cities, big cities. But when you live in secluded or slightly natural surroundings, then your entire process changes. It changes, actually changes.
So it's I would say that it is not really explainable, but it is just the quiet and the time you get.
The environment level.
The environment.
Environment is the biggest requirement.
I will ask you to explain a day in your life at the end of the podcast. Okay, but let's delve deeper into the book because this is very interesting. Uh, as soon as I came here, I was like amazed that okay, you have this writing retreat going on for yourself. You have gifted yourself this writing retreat. But okay, I was reading the book, and there are some things which so I, as personally, I've been on the borderline of skepticism and embracing my religion. I follow Hinduism completely, but I've always been that skeptic who doesn't really understand. Maybe because my education was very sort of Western. I come from a school which is, has a, Western background, and we never kind of, delve deep. It was very sort of, on the surface.
Yes.
So my question is that what do you feel about skeptics? And then I'll ask you about certain things which I was feeling during the book.
You see, being skeptic is purely a Western phenomenon
Okay. Okay.
because the Western culture and the Western scientists, they have completely detached spiritualism from real life. See, they are saying, okay, this is our real life, and this is science, and this is spirituality.
Right.
But when we go into our texts, and when you analyze the knowledge given in the text, you see, you will find that human life can never be detached from spirituality and science, because human life, science, as well as spirituality, they are closely intertwined. You see, you cannot detach them. If you read the book, this is entirely based upon our scriptures, ancient books. And when you see the way they have defined the creation, see, and the way they have defined how human beings should live, see, you cannot detach. You cannot. It is big thing. So there is no way it can be detached. So that is that is what I will like to. I can elaborate more upon this. See, for example, uh, the modern concept of creation is Darwin's theory. Although it has been proven invalid scientifically, it's been proven scientifically invalid in the Western laboratories. But the entire Western culture, the Western science, is still following Darwin's theory. They've coolly brushed this thing under the carpet.
Yep. Because it's still in the books.
It's in the books, in the books. In all medical colleges, it is still rolled as the primary theory of
The
creation.
theory that you have to follow.
The theory you have to follow it.
Yeah.
Everything is based upon this. And so, once you base a culture, the entire and this world today is running on entirely on Western culture. You see, you go to any country, they are following the Western model.
It has seeped in, to be honest, through certain things.
It is not cheap. It is there. Overpowered. It is there.
Because of capitalism also.
Because of capitalism,
Yeah.
because of the involvement of money,
Yes.
and money has been made the final target.
If I may kind of take that point and talk about Darwin's theory, why has it been quashed? Because most people are not aware about this.
Yes.
People would love to know about this. I know why is it there in the
Yeah.
textbooks, because there's not an alternative that the curriculum makers may they would want to kind of put in the textbooks. Maybe there are more powers that are not let it happening also. But why is that being quashed? That's my question.
You see, that is based upon the how it has been made invalid, the Darwin's theory. You see, it is a recent research on DNA has proven that the see why we say that man has evolved from chimpanzees. See, we say it because the difference in the DNA of chimpanzee and humans is just 2%. Okay. So just on this basis, the scientists have declared that man has evolved from chimpanzees. But it is not so. See, for example, if you look at the DNA structure, I'll give you a slide later on.
Okay.
So, DNA looks something like this.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Now there are two arms up here and two down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose in the upper two arms, you just slash out one portion, one bit,
Right.
and replace it with another bit in both the upper arms. Okay. Then it becomes human DNA from chimpanzee's DNA.
Okay.
So this thing is not possible by the natural selection or natural what Darwin theorizes. This is possible only by external intervention. See, if you look at some of Greg Braden's lectures,
Okay.
Greg Braden is very popular in US.
Okay.
I've taken this from Greg Braden's
Okay.
this thing,
Right.
lectures.
Yeah.
And he has completely explained this thing. And it has been proven in America's labs. But it has been conveniently brushed under the carpet because if Darwin's theory is proven invalid worldwide, the entire Western culture will collapse.
Fact. Right.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all the derivatives of Darwin's theory, the derivatives are based upon the Darwin's theory. And if Darwin's theory collapses, then all the derivatives are also false.
And society collapses. Like,
And society collapses.
you don't understand like what's happening.
Yeah.
There's no explanation there.
Yeah. For example, you see, one of the derivatives is that one has to struggle through the life. You see, one must struggle. But in Hindu philosophy, it is not there. Things will come if you follow the right path. Things will come to you naturally.
Yep. Yep.
You will not have to struggle for money, for all the things you want in life. You understand?
I think it's a very practical approach.
It's a very practical approach. And acha, you see, the second derivative is that whoever is superior will survive. See, it's a derivative of Darwin's.
Yes.
But it is not so.
Hmm.
See, humans, for their own survival, you need the survival of all the flora and fauna, all the animals and bird species. Humans cannot survive on their own. It is the ecology and it has been proven scientifically.
Now we have seen several examples also.
We have seen so many examples.
Yeah.
And for humans to survive, you don't have to establish your superiority over the lower life form.
The survival of the fittest argument.
Argument is incorrect.
Yeah.
It's incorrect.
Absolutely, I agree. And that has been proven in several climate change events and several events where we have kind of encroached upon, the animals or, the ecology's territory.
You disturb.
Yes, we have
Right.
disturbed the ecology and it has resulted in many things. So I feel that's such a right argument in Hindu philosophy and
Yes.
traditional wisdom that if you are in harmony with everything around you, then you'll do well in life.
Yes.
Why not?
And secondly, you see, the way creation has been defined in ancient Indian texts, it is much, much advanced to what Darwin tells in his theory. Darwin has just said that uh, somehow from the chemicals, the living beings formed. But it is not so.
I think it's a very.
He has used the word somehow. See, if you read the Darwin theory, he has used the word somehow. It happened.
I'm sure that if in 2024 someone uses the word somehow, he won't be winning the Nobel Prize. I'm pretty sure about it because somehow is a word which can define so many things and so much of vagueness is there attached to it. But what about the ancient wisdom's explanation of creation?
But you see, in our ancient texts, it is an exact process. There is no somehow, there is no ifs and buts. It is an exact process. For example, creation of matter. Now you see, recently research has been done, not I won't say recently, but in 2012. That's where was this discovery of God particle?
Yes.
Okay, everybody knows.
Yes.
But what is God particle? See, it in itself, God particle has no significance. What it indicates, what it derives, that is very important. See, God particle, discovery of God particle indicates that there is a universal field
Yes.
which pervades our entire universe, the entire, matlab, uh, the entire universe is a very small word. I would say
There is a small word.
yeah, but it pervades everything,
Everything.
and all physical matter has evolved from Higgs field.
Yeah.
So God particle indicated that Higgs field exists, and from that all the physical matter has emerged.
Yes.
Okay,
This is mentioned in the book also, guys. So
this is mentioned in the book.
you can also read the book to know more about creation and
And when you see the definition of Brahm in our text, it is identical. Okay.
Yeah.
To the definition of Higgs field. Okay. So it is already present in our ancient texts that everything has evolved from Brahm.
So you are saying the finding of God particle is nothing really new. It had to be there, just that we have found it. Like there are several land masses which we just find. It was already there. We just didn't find it, and now that we have found it, that this shows an indication that the creation process was much different from what Darwin had proposed, and it is completely different, right? But why is it still in the textbooks then, when there are so many alternate theories? I mean,
There are not many theories. There is only one theory which has
the
put in the book,
yeah, yeah,
and there is the theory of creation.
yeah,
So everything has evolved from Brahm.
yeah.
It is there,
Hmm.
but our texts, they go far beyond
Okay.
just the creation of matter. Okay. For example, consciousness is a big question for modern science also. Modern science doesn't know how consciousness is present in all of us, in all the living beings. Modern science has no clue at all.
There is no
At all. There
explanation.
is no.
Yeah.
But our texts, they say that there is a field parallel to the Brahm, the field of Brahm. See, Brahm is also a field like Higgs field. So there is a parallel field of consciousness
Hmm.
to the field of Brahm.
Hmm.
And that field that provides the consciousness
Okay.
to all the living beings.
Wow.
In all the universes, the billions of universes.
And this is in which Vedic text? Where can it be found exactly?
Yes. So there are several texts which are connected.
Yes.
So the first clue I got was from text was Durga Saptati, of Sri Durga Saptati.
Okay.
So when you look at the rahasyams, there are certain rahasyams given in Sri Durga Saptati. So they tell, see, we have already seen that Brahm is a field.
Hmm.
And when we go to consciousness, so Devi has been identified
Hmm.
as the provider of consciousness.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Devi Mahalakshmi.
Hmm.
And when Devtas, they ask her, "Oh Devi, who are you? आप कौन है? आप हमें बताइए."
Hmm.
तो देवी कहती हैं कि अहम ब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी. सो देवी इज सेइंग कि उनका स्वरूप जो है वो ब्रह्म जैसा ही है.
Okay.
तो ब्रह्म अगर फील्ड है
Hmm.
तो देवी का जो कॉन्शियसनेस का फील्ड है, कॉन्शियसनेस जो प्रोवाइड करिए वो भी फील्ड हुआ.
Right.
सो दिस इज कंफर्म फ्रॉम सेवरल अदर टेक्स्ट एंड वन मेन टेक्स्ट इज देवी भागवत पुराण, श्री देवी भागवत पुराण.
Okay.
So I have all the texts here. Oh, am I? Yeah.
So maybe we can zoom in during the podcast and show them that all the texts are here, and yeah.
Devi Bhagavad Puran
Hmm.
and then Shrimad Bhagavad Puran.
Okay.
All these texts. And then there are several, I would say, many stotas, Devi stotas. If you go into reading those stotas, they say that Devi is Brahm Sarupa.
Hmm. Okay.
So it's a field of consciousness,
Right.
which is pervading this entire
Okay.
universe and which is providing consciousness to everybody.
Amazing.
And if you go further deep, see, the theory of creation doesn't end here. It is much deeper. It says that there is a field of intelligence and there is a field of knowledge.
Wow.
This is also running parallel to.
It's a multi-dimensional sort of scenario.
Yeah. So all these four fields,
Hmm.
they are running the creation in the billions of universes. And these fields are universal. And this is very much scientific. No one can deny it. This is very much scientific. And of course, a lot of research is required to be done into this,
Hmm.
into our ancient texts. So there's a very big, it's a huge subject.
I think the issue is that not enough people have delved deep into the text.
Yes.
I think that is
And especially technical people, you see.
the technical. Yeah. Yeah.
See, most of the research which has been done on ancient texts,
Hmm.
it has been done by Sanskrit scholars.
Hmm.
But very few scientists have delved into into this.
So guys, Nutan ji has got a background in, engineering, electrical, right?
Electrical
And electronics. So when he studies ancient texts, it's from a very analytical mindset. He doesn't just go on hearsay.
yeah, it's not.
So
Not at all.
you just understand. So that's why since I'm also an electrical engineer, I like to call myself an electrical engineer at least. So I can understand how you must have kind of approached this, because you have the know-how of science already. So it makes a difference, and it requires another podcast perhaps to get into all that, how to kind of, read these texts from an analytical mindset.
That's right.
Okay, I have another question which is very important, and this was um, in the Google searches also, and across the internet as well. That the timelines of Sri Ram and Sri Krishna being born and existing, they vary a lot. There is no particular sort of accurate timeline as such. सो दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ कंटेंशन. लोग बड़ा गूगल भी करते हैं इस बारे में, और बहुत कुछ बोला भी जाता है, पॉडकास्ट पे भी बोला जाता है, इंटरनेट पे भी बहुत कुछ है. इनफैक्ट कोरा पे मुझे मिल गया था कि कोरा पे बहुत लोग आंसर कर रहे हैं इस चीज़ों को. तो आई वुड लव यू टू आंसर दैट व्हाट आर द टाइमलाइंस which are coming from the
Yes.
Vedic text, and I'm sure that it wouldn't be very exact, but
It is not.
it is a ballpark. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
See, firstly, while most of the people they follow the West. Now, while the Western scientists they consider all the texts, including Buddhist texts and Egyptian texts, and there's so many texts all over the world. They give them very high level of importance. But when it comes to Indian ancient texts, the West says that these are all stories.
Sorry, mythology.
It's all mythology. And many Indian scholars have also gone after these Western scholars and say that these are mythology. But these are the biggest proof of there's so many concepts. Our texts are biggest proof of our lineage,
Okay.
our history. You see? And these are not stories. So when we go into our texts, they say that right now it is the Kaliyug. Everybody knows it is the Kaliyug which is running. And we are about 5,000 years into the Kaliyug.
Right.
And Sri Krishna is said to be born in Dwapar Yuga. Okay?
Yep.
And Sri Rama was born in Treta Yuga. Now let us look at the timelines. Now how Kaliyug has been, the length of Kaliyug has been defined in ancient times. It has been defined as 4,32,000 years.
Okay.
Of which we are only into 5,000 years right now.
Okay.
And Dwapar Yuga is just double of this, 8,64,000 years. And Treta Yuga is 3 times of the Kaliyug, that is 12,76,000 years. 12,76,000 years. So the modern science has detected already, and many Indian scientists are following them. So modern science has said, okay, Krishna was born about 5,000 years back. And Sri Rama was born about 12,000 years back. So they have concluded, they have made their researches all based on physical evidences, whatever. और उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया कि ओके 12,000 पहले हुआ था. बट अगर ये वाली टाइमलाइंस हमारे ग्रंथों में बताई हैं कि द्वापर युग जो था वो 8,64,000 साल का था, और हमारे टेक्स्ट में नॉट जस्ट टाइमलाइंस, पूरे जितने राजा हुए हैं, राइट, सतयुग में जितने राजा हुए हैं, उसके बाद त्रेता युग में जितने राजा हुए हैं, उसके बाद द्वापर युग में जितने राजा हुए हैं, उन सब का पूरी डिटेल ये मैंने इसमें भी
it's there.
भी है,
हाँ.
इस बुक में भी मैंने प्रोवाइड करी है।
There are numbers also.
हाँ, तो अगर आप इस टाइमलाइन से जाते हैं तो हमारे जो भगवान कृष्ण का जन्म है, अगर हम रफली कैलकुलेट करें तो वो करीब आज से 1,00,000 साल पहले का है, ना कि 5,000 साल पहले। और पूरी लीनिएज है, किसके बाद कौन आया, इसके बाद कौन आया, उसके बाद कौन आया। उसके बाद जो युधिष्ठिर जो है ये दुर्योधन, युधिष्ठिर, ऑल दीज़ देयर जनरेशंस, पूरी डिटेल है इस बुक में, पूरी डिटेल है। तो जो भगवान कृष्ण का उसमें नाम नहीं है, क्योंकि जो मेन जो किंग्स थे वो ये थे। उन्हीं के टाइम में उनके भुआ का लड़का था।
हाँ.
तो उन्हीं के टाइम में भगवान कृष्ण का जन्म हुआ था, तो वो करीब आता है 1,00,000 साल पहले का। और इसी तरह से हम अगर त्रेता युग में चले जाएँ, तो जैसे मैंने बताया कि ये कई लाख साल के हैं, तो जो भगवान राम का जन्म है, वो है 21 लाख साल पहले का, 2.1 मिलियन ईयर्स। एंड it is based upon our text. It is entirely based upon text.
It's just maths based on the timelines
On the
that are
timeline,
defined
which are provided in the
in the text.
Yeah, yeah. It is simple. I have created Excel file,
Hmm.
and in that I have calculated the
Guys, you are looking at the extent, मतलब कोई अगर जाके मतलब एक्सेल फाइल यूज करके अगर कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं ना, तो आप समझ सकते हो कि you know how deep Nutan ji has gone into this to kind of bring out this book. And there was a previous edition of the book also that you can find on Amazon. I think,
yeah,
is it?
understanding Sanatan.
It's there. Understanding Sanatan Dharma, that is also there. But this is a more sort of, better or, updated version. Yeah.
This is the
This is the other one.
this is my previous book.
This is the other one. And this is the current one. I've already shown you. Both are, really well researched, and it's not easy to do. Okay. So let's not so it will require many podcasts to understand this topic. There needs to be a podcast about this only,
Yeah, because every single topic is so extensive.
which will be called the Nutan Tawakle podcast or Understanding Sanatan Dharma podcast, right? So I'm just manifesting it. I don't know if manifestation works or not, but it's a modern word and cool. But I really wanted to ask you about intelligence, because intelligence is such a topic which is being thrown around.
Yeah.
आजकल तो मतलब हर दूसरे आर्टिकल में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एंड इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में लिखा होता है. There are several things that are being done in the modern world by, there are tools. We are going to tamper with the mind soon. That we are already doing it, started doing it. With Neuralink coming in, Elon Musk has already started it. They're going to tamper with it. There is higher intelligence, which this books talks about how to reach or contact that, become that higher intelligence, or maybe understand the supreme being,
Yes.
or God, whatever you may call it, Devi Devtas. So, where do we stand with intelligence? Because you have mentioned in the book that how can we kind of, achieve and,
Yeah.
become that, instead of, trying to devise mechanical methods, we can perhaps try to, adopt more organic methods, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. You see, when we just discuss about the creation of matter,
Hmm.
so our texts go even in the theory of creation, they go even before that. Where does the creation of matter comes? So when we go deep, we find that all of the creation starts from intelligence. See, I told you about intelligence being a field. Okay. Now, and knowledge being a field.
Right. The four fields.
The four fields. So the whole process of creation the physical matter, specifically, it starts from interaction of these four fields, especially the intelligence and the field of knowledge.
Right.
They interact and they start the process of creation of physical matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, first of all, what is created is uh, space. See, any physical matter, you can't have physical matter without a volume.
Right.
See, volume has to be there. Volume has to be there.
Yeah.
Without that, you can't have any physical matter.
Right.
So, first of all, what is created is
Volume.
volume.
Yeah.
Then, of course, there is further this thing. The light is created and so many steps. But right now, we are talking about intelligence.
Yeah.
So, everything has its beginning in intelligence. What we have to realize. Okay. And now we were discussing about this thing, how intelligence is this thing. So the entire process of Sanatan Dharma practices, it is to enhance our human intelligence and thereby live a good life.
Yes. Yes. There are, I think so, more than big chapters in the book just concentrating on this, right? It is just, intelligence and how we can kind of, enhance it. So I'm sure it won't happen by watching reels all the time, but you have to, guys, you have to, read a lot and, watch this podcast and 2, 3 reels. But
Ajay, can you repeat the question on intelligence?
yeah, of course. So my question was, sir, that when it comes to intelligence, if we have to enhance it, the mechanical methods are already there. They have been set into motion also. Now that the bigger scientists and
Okay.
bigger entrepreneurs have come to the fore, now you'll see perhaps in the next 4, 5, 10 years, people like Elon Musk will be kind of tampering with most things.
Yes, yes.
There will be AI robots, there will be, autonomous everything. And this will be set faster in motion. But my question is that as a counter argument, I would say that we need to work on ourselves.
Yes. See, first of all, now today there is a lot of talk about artificial intelligence. But does the Western science has a theory of intelligence? The Western science, all of the viewers, they can go to the internet and search for theory of intelligence. There is no theory of intelligence developed.
करना है guys, I need to address them because ये गूगल करके देखना, कमेंट में डालो, अगर तुम्हें मिलता है ना, कमेंट में डालो कि ये थ्योरी ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस है, फिर देखते हैं हम वहीं पे आंसर करेंगे व्हाटएवर, बट व्हाट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, प्लीज या
So there are theories of intelligence defined by various scientists, but there is no universally accepted theory of intelligence which everybody accepts. Okay, this is the theory of intelligence. So in my book, based upon our scriptures, I have precisely defined this theory of intelligence. So once you understand intelligence, then you go to artificial intelligence. Then it makes sense. So right now, whatever artificial intelligence is there,
it's data.
it is all data. It is data.
It's, I know, because
Assimilating, processing, and reproducing and representing the data basically.
there's nothing original, right?
There is nothing more than this. But if you want to come out with certain original concepts, the biggest intelligence is either your own intelligence, which you need to develop. And once you develop your own intelligence, then what now can you discover? You see, what not can you can't be achieved.
And
God can't be.
yeah,
See, it has been seen in the history also. You see, in our texts, even in many texts, it has been said that human intelligence is covered with dust.
mm,
So you have to remove that dust. See, why our ancient Indian scientists, they were rishis first. They were practitioners of sadhanas first. And then they were scientists.
Yep.
All of them were
mm,
the practitioners of sadhanas and meditation, whatever you call it. And then they were scientists. So with the Hindu practices, you have to refine your intelligence. Everybody is intelligent. There's no doubt about it. Everybody is intelligent.
सर ये लोग जो है ना मतलब
हाँ।
जो देखते हैं पॉडकास्ट इनको ना सब शॉर्ट में चाहिए होता है। वो तो कोई है नहीं सॉल्यूशन ऐसा वैसे मुझे पता है।
उसका भी है, उसका भी है,
अच्छा शॉर्ट भी है
उसका भी है.
ओके
You see, when you go into the uh, definition of intelligence, it is not just calculating and doing this and this and that. There is another aspect of human intelligence which is defined in Srimad Bhagavad Gita extensively. And it is called Dhriti.
ओके धृति
Dhriti.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what is Dhriti? Dhriti is patience.
वाओ
It must be a part of human intelligence. See, without that, without patience, human intelligence cannot work properly.
So, sir, what you're saying is you are asking for too much because patience is the virtue. मतलब आजकल इसकी ही सबसे ज्यादा lacking है.
And how do you achieve patience? It is through the practices of Sanatana Dharma. That is Dhyan
ध्यान,
and Sadhana.
sadhana,
These are the,
and there are several others mentioned.
there are
Also.
other,
But this is the main.
these are the main ones.
And you have also defined the difference between dhyan and meditation because meditation is a word. मतलब सर मतलब ऋषिकेश में तो मतलब हर दूसरा बंदा मेडिटेशन और मतलब वो वाला I don't know what it is, but how effective it is, I don't know. The West definitely values it. वो तो मैं मानता हूँ मतलब करते हैं वो value. I don't know how many people from India value it, but is it effective and what is the difference between this?
See, firstly, meditation is a cheaply copied form of Dhyan. See, when the Western people look into anything, they want to make money out of it first.
सही comment section में पागल होते हैं.
Whatever West looks into, it first thinks that how money can be made out of it. So now, many of the Indian so-called saints and
Gurus. Let's not take names.
let's not take names. And you see, meditation, what has been defined as to leave your mind wherever it is going, let it go. It goes there, you let it go, and so that is how meditation has been defined, has been understood till now. You see, you see the difference. Now, basically, you cannot let your mind wander. आपको जो अपना माइंड जो है बजाय कि वो इधर भागे उधर भागे उसको भागने दो उधर भागने दो. नो, जो ध्यान का प्रोसेस वो भी श्रीमद् भागवत गीता में बताया है. I have so many Bhagavad Gita. That shelf is full of Srimad.
There is just versions or like
by different translators.
by different translator. Okay.
So, जो श्रीमद् भागवत गीता में बताया वो है कि अगर माइंड आपका भाग रहा है उधर तो उसको वापस लाओ. अगर आपका माइंड उधर भाग रहा है तो उसको वापस खींच कर लाओ. And then concentrate your mind on one object or whatever mantra or whatever guru's picture or Devi Devta. So this is the basic difference between meditation and dhyan. So while meditation tells you to let your mind wander wherever it is going, no, you have to develop control over your mind. That is the primary objective.
Superb.
So the right process is the process of dhyan
Okay.
and not meditation. And now
And when did you start? Do you practice it? Or I believe that you practice it because if you are not doing that, then you won't be able to write this book. I'm pretty sure. I really wanted to know why did you choose to delve on this path? पहली बात तो क्योंकि I mean it's a tough path
yes,
because exploring I believe that exploring oneself is the hardest thing to do. And of course, knowing the Sanatan Dharma better, that is of course there. But when we start looking within, that is scary, I believe. Because हाँ ओके मतलब नॉर्मल इंसान के लिए क्योंकि जब आप अंदर देखना शुरू करते हैं तो आपको कमियां दिखनी शुरू हो जाती हैं बहुत और आपको अपने जो जिन्हें कहते हैं वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में डीमंस कहते हैं जो भी गलत चीजें जो अपने अंदर वो भी दिखने लगती हैं उसको सुधारना मुश्किल होता है वो लॉन्गर पाथ है so and this is a very general question but directed towards you but it's so valid for the entire world.
yes. You see, before we go into that, I will like tell one major difference between meditation
Sure.
and dhyan, which people should know.
Yeah.
See, meditation by the Western world has been made into a end process.
Okay.
Okay,
What do you mean by that? The end process?
that just keep doing meditation and you will achieve this and you will
Okay.
that. No, it's not that. See, why dhyan is a beginning process to a much bigger path.
Okay. Okay.
See, meditation has been made into an end process, while dhyan is a starting process on a bigger path of sadhana
Okay.
and salvation.
You're saying that meditation is more result oriented, sort of? That there will be results and you'll see this whatever? Or no? Okay.
In fact, meditation doesn't specify any results.
Okay. Okay.
It's only that dhyan is so powerful that meditation, okay, to some people, they say, okay, it is working, and
But it's like a placebo. जैसे डॉक्टर वो होता है हाँ
placebo.
जो डॉक्टर देता है कि आप मीठी गोली
It won't work. Meditation will not work. It is the process of dhyan that is going to develop the focus of your mind. See, when you whatever work you are doing, you need to focus on that.
absolutely what they call deep work. There's a book also.
Unless you focus on your work, you will not be able to do it efficiently,
Absolutely.
and you won't get results out of it.
Any work.
And any work, like whether it is your personal life, your relationships,
Yeah.
with your children, with your wife, with
That are breaking down already.
because you don't you lost the focus. People have lost the focus. And how to gain that focus? It is by the control of your mind. And that is run by dhyan. And it is completely explained in chapter 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Chapter 2 itself, Bhagavan Krishna has explained on entire thing. So, and this is the major difference between meditation, what people are doing,
Okay.
and dhyan.
Hmm.
Now, coming to my journey, okay. Now, you see, my family was very religious right from the beginning. My parents were very religious. We used to,
कहाँ से कहाँ पे रहते थे मतलब
हम दिल्ली में रहते थे पहले.
दिल्ली से ही मतलब स्टार्ट है
हाँ, दिल्ली से.
अच्छा उससे पहले
मेरी
मतलब
दिल्ली की.
no before you is it like before you
They were my parents and my grandfather. They stayed in many places,
okay
but last they came from Lahore
अच्छा okay
to at the time of partition. They came to
okay got it
Alwar,
got it
and then they came to Delhi.
Hmm.
And since then we were in Delhi. That was 50s, 40s, 50s.
okay so we can call Alwar your sort of origin perhaps
No, I won't say. I would, because I was born and brought up
born in Delhi only
Delhi.
okay
Born in Delhi, brought up in Delhi.
we won't go in the Delhi versus Dehradun debate not on this podcast
Okay.
not at all.
Harsh.
Yeah. So, I was asking about your purpose and what changed.
My we were a normal middle class family,
Okay.
and we were very religious,
Hmm.
and we used to go on so many pilgrimages and used to visit temples, everything.
Yeah.
We used to do just like everybody.
Everybody else, yeah.
Yes.
So many people.
But till
Hmm.
problems came into my life.
Okay.
See, by uh, having a bath in the Ganges, by visiting the temples, visiting the pilgrimage, going on pilgrimages,
You did everything like
everything.
Dhar Dham and everything.
In fact, my job initially, my job involved a lot of traveling.
Okay.
So whenever I used to be free in the evening, I used to visit local temple, Gurdwara, and as it was, I have traveled all over India.
Yeah. Got it.
And I've seen so many temples and I visited almost all major temples and pilgrimages in India. So, but the problems didn't end
Okay.
even after doing all this.
Even after visiting everywhere, you know.
See what people are doing right now. Everybody is doing yatras, this pilgrimages, and it's tourism. Wronging to the thing.
Religious tourism, बोल सकते हैं.
No, don't call it tourism. That's a bad word.
Okay.
The Tirth Yatra is a better word.
Tirth Yatra.
Tirth Yatra.
हाँ.
It's a good thing. Nothing wrong in it. लेकिन आपकी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आनी खत्म नहीं होंगी. आप जाते रहिए, मंदिर जाते रहिए, तीर्थ यात्रा पे जाते रहिए. See, problems stopped coming after I took Guru Diksha
Okay.
and started the practice of Dhyan.
Okay. Okay.
See, right now, why are people facing problems? Because their minds are so much puzzled. They don't know what is, they can't set their priorities. कि अब क्या करें, ये प्रॉब्लम आ गई, अब क्या.
इंस्टाग्राम पे फोटो लगाना भी जरूरी है.
So,
मतलब बिकॉज यही है प्रॉब्लम, मतलब कि वी हैव टू शो कि दैट वी आर हैप्पी.
नहीं, मतलब जैसे राइट नाउ अभी क्या है कि लाइफ इज मेकिंग यू रन अराउंड. आज ये हो गया, यहाँ भागो, आज वो हो गया, वहाँ भागो, वो प्रॉब्लम खड़ी हो गई, उसको देखो, पैसा नहीं है, अभी क्या करो, अब ये करना है, शादी करनी है, क्या करना है, अब ये करना है. सो लाइफ मेक्स यू रन अराउंड. बट वंस यू टेक गुरु दीक्षा, वंस यू स्टार्ट साधना, then you take control of the life.
सो व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस? आई मीन वंस यू काइंड ऑफ इफ यू मतलब आप कोई भी मतलब आई थिंक सो देयर वुड बी अ पर्टिकुलर गुरु इन योर लाइफ.
Yes.
And is it necessary for people to take gurus, or one can connect directly with the higher being
Okay.
directly also?
Okay. You see, right now, for any kind of knowledge and education, you have to join a school,
Right.
you have to join a university.
Yes.
Without that, can you have organized knowledge?
No, it's
You
tough.
cannot.
It's tough. Yeah.
All books are available all over the place.
Mm.
All the bookshops are there. You can buy all the books, but you cannot become an engineer. You read all the books. You read all of these things.
You have to go offline and guide.
You have to join a school. You have to join a engineering college. Then only you can become an engineer.
For overall gyan. Overall, because it's not just the books also.
Yes, it's not just.
Hmm.
Similarly, this Sanatan Dharma, if you want to derive uh, uh, some benefit out of it, okay, you have to do what is Guru Diksha? It is joining a school.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. No, because the term has been used very loosely also.
Yes, it is usually
Guru hai to
friend.
people have become afraid because once people get to know that somebody has taken Guru Diksha, some people are shunned also.
Yes.
कि मतलब क्योंकि वो bad word बन गया है कि you know perhaps this person is different in some ways, that he is I don't know why it has become a bad word, but it has become slightly.
जो स्कूल्स में आपको टीचर पढ़ाते हैं वो भी गुरु हैं आपके।
Yeah.
जो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में जो आपको पढ़ाते हैं वो गुरु हैं, राइट। वो कोई अलग कोई आसमान से उतर रहे थोड़ी है कोई जो आपकी तरह, मतलब बट दे आर वे गुरुज।
It's the same thing.
दे आर योर सिमिलरली जो भी आप ज्ञान ले रहे हो, जो भी आप सपोज आप जो आपको पाथ समझना है कि भाई हमें हमें अपनी लाइफ कैसे इम्प्रूव करें, तो उसके लिए आपको कोई टीचर तो चाहिए ना।
Right. So when was this? Which year was this?
So this was 2006
6.
when I took Guru Diksha.
Okay.
After which the life transformed completely.
Wow. Would you like to give one or two examples? Not particularly,
हाँ,
but overall, matlab in general, ki how did you feel that?
yeah. You see, as you start, and what does Guru Diksha mean?
Hmm.
See, Guru Diksha starts you on a daily dhyan practice, first of all. Okay. That is the first requirement. Okay. But many people do not get results even in that.
Hmm.
उसके लिए भी फिर मेरी जो रिसर्च वेरी सारी
Hmm.
उसमें उससे भी पहले क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू करेक्ट योर कंडक्ट।
Okay. Okay. Can you be more specific?
Yes, I will
start that?
yes. So first of all you have to correct your conduct. And what does conduct mean? अब जैसे आजकल कई गुरु हैं वो बताते हैं कि आपको अच्छा इंसान बनना चाहिए,
Hmm.
बट वो ये नहीं बताते अच्छा इंसान बनने के लिए आप क्या करो।
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
बट द फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ सनातन हिंदू धर्म दे टेल यू कि व्हाट इज द राइट कंडक्ट।
Okay.
And it is very simple.
Hmm.
5 principles.
Okay.
It's a matter of 5 principles. And they're very simple to
Okay.
understand, but grossly misunderstood right now in the present time. But it is very difficult to follow them. I'm saying
What are those? What are those? Oh, please.
now the first principle is Satya ka palan.
First one is Zarre ka palan.
Satya ka palan.
And second,
Under any circumstances, if you decide that okay, you will speak only truth.
Hmm.
If you can't speak the truth, then don't speak anything. But if you have to speak,
Hmm.
you should speak truth.
Okay.
This itself brings enormous power into your physical being.
Wow. Wow. Actually, it is so empowering. You know,
It's very empowering.
so I have always had the problem, like in a previous life, like you had a previous life. You know, I also had a previous life. Prior, say, I think so, early 2010s and before that, I was in a habit of, I had this problem of not speaking the truth, and it was so hard.
It is
Very tough. It is very tough, and I don't know what the repercussions are. I don't know, but since I have tried to, I didn't know about this fundamental that it was in the Sanatan Dharma.
it is
As I told you that I am a bad student of Sanatan Dharma, but I was unknowingly trying to adopt a better method, which people told me, somebody told me that, okay, be more, sort of authentic. The word is authentic, but मुझे तो नहीं पता था कि
it's basically a Western concept that if for some good thing you have to tell a lie, then okay, you can tell a lie.
so this is Western.
There is a Western concept.
Okay.
But under any circumstance, what I am saying is under any circumstances,
Incredible.
you have to speak the truth and follow the truth.
Wow.
If there are two people, one is telling the truth, one is telling a lie, then even if the person who is telling a lie is your close relation, even then you must not say that okay, what you're saying is true.
My relative don't watch this podcast. Please don't watch it. Cut.
Yeah.
Seriously cut. Okay. So unknowingly, I have followed it, and it has resulted in some frictions, obviously. Or there will be friction.
It will bring problems. It will bring problems.
Then problem to hoga. But there will be something good out of it, I think so.
They not you imitate. Sir, you can never derive any good after failing any kind of life. You will not fail clearly, not immediately or later. Sometime you will face problems.
Well, I'm saying the truth, immediate results will be
Maybe they are not conducive,
yeah.
but on the long run,
It could be beneficial. It
it
will.
will be.
It will be.
It will be when beneficial.
मेरे लिए तो है. Anyway, second. Okay, let's.
Now the second is ahimsa.
Wow.
नाउ जो अहिंसा का जो प्रिंसिपल है वो हमें जो अभी तक पढ़ाया गया है वो है कि भाई हिंसा इज नॉन वायलेंस बट अहिंसा इज नॉट नॉन वायलेंस दिस पीपल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड अहिंसा का मतलब है निर्दोष प्राणियों को ना तो सताना और ना ही मारना
Okay.
ठीक है निर्दोष प्राणी इसमें से द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ड इज निर्दोष से इनोसेंट जो लोग हैं, जैसे उनको ना तो मार सताना ना मारना तो आजकल जितना वेस्टर्न कल्चर से जो नॉन वेज खा रहे हैं सब आज हैं दिल्ली के इलाकों में ऑल द लिविंग बीइंग्स आर बीइंग टॉर्चर्ड एंड किल्ड दैट इज हिंसा
Okay.
सो इफ यू डोंट फॉलो दैट देन यू आर फॉलोइंग अहिंसा ओके सिमिलरली जैसे हिंदू उसमें है कि भाई जो वॉर्स जब होती थी तो बच्चों और लेडीज को कुछ नहीं हार्म कर रहा है बिकॉज दे वर निर्दोष उनको नहीं हार्म कर
Yes.
इट वाज अ प्रिंसिपल फॉलो प्रेजेंस
बहुत पुराना कॉन्सेप्ट है.
ठीक है सो द राइट कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ अहिंसा इज दिस
But now it has been.
नाउ अहिंसा डजंट मीन कि किसी ने आपको इधर थप्पड़ मार दो आप इधर आगे कर दो इट इज नॉट अहिंसा So Shri Ram also had to like हिंसा करनी पड़ी उनको रावण को मारना पड़ा
हाँ.
भगवान कृष्ण को भी कंस को मारना पड़ा बिल्कुल हिंसा की थी तो उसमें कोई गलत नहीं है क्योंकि वो दोषी थे रावण भी दोषी था कंस भी दोषी था ऐसे बहुत दोषी थे
But who will decide who is निर्दोष?
योर विजडम
Okay.
तो विजडम इज also again comes from the practice of ध्यान
Okay.
okay so the third is चोरी नहीं करना
चोरी नहीं करना.
It's very simple. Even the smallest thing you should avoid
Any form.
in any form. Anyway, you must not resort to killing of any kind whatsoever. The fourth is brahmacharya. ब्रह्मचर्य का भी अभी गलत मीनिंग हो गया ब्रह्मचर्य means that before marriage you should not indulge into sexual relation.
Right.
Okay, that is brahmacharya.
That has gone out of the window, sir.
Which has gone out of the window. Actually,
So, I mean, it's so far out of the window that, I can't even see the window.
and
That's the problem.
it's and after marriage, being faithful to your partner. These are
That has also gone.
that is also good.
So what is left? I'm trying to figure out all the points that you have mentioned.
So that is why I said that these are very simple to tell. क्योंकि ये 5 principles हैं, but very difficult to follow.
What is the fifth? We have done
Fifth, हाँ, we have been third.
four. We have
Fifth is दूसरों के किसी भी चीज को नहीं हड़पना.
Oh my God.
ओके अभी आज की डेट में एक कम्युनिटी है जो कि इसी आस में बैठे हैं कि हमें 10 साल बाद 20 साल बाद हमारी पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा हो जाएगी हम ये हड़प लेंगे पूरा थे बट 10-20 साल बाद क्या होने वाला है nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
बट what happens अगर ये चीज़ आपके माइंड में आ जाती है तो क्या होता है आप अपना कर्म करना छोड़ देते हैं आप ये सोचते हैं कि मुझे 10 साल काम करने की क्या जरूरत है मुझे 10 साल बाद मिल ही जाएगा ये तो सब कुछ ये घर मिल जाएगा ये मिल जाएगा तो why do I need to do all this
Wow. Okay.
तो you so ये 5 principles हैं these are not just principles of Sanatana Dharma these are principles of humanity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
These are principles of humanity which are not being followed anywhere in the world right now.
Right.
So world is full of problems.
Yes. Okay, my follow-up question to that is, yeah.
So prior to starting the practice of dhyan, if you follow these principles, then you have absolute success in dhyan and sadhanas.
Okay.
There's a primary requirement
Then you can,
for success in any of the Vedic practice. See, if you want success in any of the Vedic, so many practices हैं, तंत्र है, मंत्र है, सूत्र है, प्रार्थनाएं हैं, उनमें अगर आपको सक्सेस चाहिए तो आपको ये 5 प्रिंसिपल्स फॉलो करने पड़ेंगे.
wow. It's not an easy path. It's not an easy path, guys. Okay, and we are, this podcast is not meant to scare you off, but it is the ultimate truth.
But it is
What he has just mentioned, that these are the building blocks
building
of pursuing sadhana or whatever you call it. You call it any name,
for
but
a better life.
for a better life.
Better life.
And we have already seen a huge disintegration of society in the past, let's say 5 to 7 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
Uh, families are not coexisting. There are several divorces, going around. Several of my friends have separated. There is so much of disintegration. Do you amount that to all this? That or
See,
there
this
is
is basically because we are blindly following the Western culture.
we don't know about it exactly. Also, if we know, then we will have better judgment. maybe.
Yes. So the Hindu culture and Hindu knowledge is so powerful that it can completely transform your life. Like I said, after I took Guru Diksha, within months you will see results. Within months.
And what do you say, sir? My final question actually is that what do you say to the Hindus who are not reading anymore their own text? I mean, people like me who have not read it because of several reasons. I won't blame any system or whatever, but let's call a spade क्योंकि मुझे सच बोलना है. ओ, तो वो सिस्टम जिसमें हम बड़े हुए हैं उसमें इसकी जगह ही नहीं थी और बनाई ही नहीं गई जगह क्योंकि वो प्रेफरेंस ही नहीं था कभी या तो लेकिन करेक्शन तो हो ही सकता है.
हाँ.
We can do this, and there are several scholars who have tried to do this,
See,
including people like you.
in India, one very big requirement is that our knowledge, it has to be taught in school right from young age in an organized manner. And this knowledge is not telling the kids mantras and all this. These are PhD level subjects.
मतलब केवल द लेजेंड ऑफ हनुमान देखने से नहीं होगा.
They also learn stories.
हाँ,
No,
उससे नहीं होगा.
you have to tell them the fundamentals.
नहीं क्योंकि आज पेरेंट्स को देखा है मैंने.
This book is the starting point of their organized knowledge of Sanatan Dharma.
Okay.
Okay, why our practices are significant, important. This can transform your life. Why? What is the reason? What is the scientific theory behind this book? Plays the way.
I was just thinking,
Ah.
and maybe I'm wrong totally, but do you think there could be a children's version to perhaps understand this better?
Yes.
Because children, I mean, I was watching The Legend of Hanuman with my kids, and my 8-year-old said that पापा लैंग्वेज ना बहुत टफ है इसमें. क्योंकि वो हिंदी बहुत टिपिकल यूज कर रहे थे, कई वर्ड्स उसको मिस हो रहे थे क्योंकि उनकी जो टीचिंग है दैट इज हैपनिंग इन इंग्लिश एंड मोस्ट थिंग्स आर इन इंग्लिश. राइट नाउ शी इज रीडिंग इंग्लिश बुक्स. हिंदी में तो वो पढ़ ही नहीं रही है. तो परहैप्स कैन वी एक्सप्लोर इन द फ्यूचर a children's version which is more sort of मतलब accessible हो उनके. Yeah, what do you think about that of this book?
See, actually मैं बताऊँ इस पर्टिकुलर बुक में जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो थोड़े एडवांस्ड हैं,
ये एडवांस्ड है।
ये काफ़ी एडवांस कॉन्सेप्ट्स और जो बच्चों को तो जो है ना बेटर है कि कहानियों के माध्यम से ही
ठीक है।
जो है उन्हें समझाया जाए तो वो जल्दी समझ में आएगा। अगर उन्हें हम कोई थ्योरी समझाने की कोशिश करें
नहीं है, इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता। हाँ।
नहीं उनकी समझ में ही नहीं आएगा। तो बच्चों को तो स्टोरीज अभी तक जितनी स्टोरीज हैं, स्टोरी बुक्स अबाउट अवर कल्चर हैं, वो बहुत कम है। अगर हम पुराणों में ही चले जाएँ,
हुँ,
उसमें मैं बताऊँ कि सैकड़ों नहीं हज़ारों
हुँ, हुँ,
स्टोरीज़ हैं,
हुँ।
जो कि हम उसमें से लेके उनसे और बुक्स बना सकते हैं।
In fact, I read one book, up that was derived from the Puranas, and I think it was published by Westland. मैं कमेंट्स में डालूँगा उस बुक को, बच्चों के लिए मतलब, वो डालूँगा मैं, तो वो एक अच्छा मतलब मुझे लगा कि इट इज़ थ्रू स्टोरी
तो
टेलिंग यू कैन
स्टोरी टेलिंग से ना बहुत अच्छी तरह बच्चे ग्रास्प कर लेते हैं।
राइट।
So it's very easy, easy way to grasp a concept.
Awesome. I think so. I have asked most of my questions which were in my head. वैसे तो बहुत सारे हैं मतलब, because this is the universe that we are talking about. It's not just certain things, but the most interesting part was, knowing about what are the things, very basic things that we have to do in our lives to kickstart a journey, uh, an inward journey. तो वो तो है, ध्यान अगर करना है तो कुछ चीज़ें तो टफ करनी पड़ेंगी आपको, है ना? ये आसान नहीं होता पहली
It's
बार।
not easy. It is like digging a well. But you see, आप या तो आप जीवन में सफ़र करते रहें,
हुँ,
दुखों को झेलते रहें,
हुँ।
या फिर आपको एफ़र्ट करना पड़ेगा अपना जीवन जो है सुधारने।
व्हाट इज़ योर ओपिनियन ऑन डिप्रेशन?
सी डिप्रेशन लोगों को आई हैव नेवर फेस्ड दिस प्रॉब्लम बट आई थिंक ये लोगों को इसलिए आता है कि लोगों को ना अपना सिस्टम ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं समझ उसकी समझ नहीं है
ओके।
कि जो है ये हम क्यों जी रहे हैं, हमारा पर्पस क्या है, हमारा अल्टीमेट एम क्या होना चाहिए, हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव लाइफ में क्या होने चाहिए, हमें नहीं पता। तो हम फिर people pity themselves and they go into depression.
हुँ।
So this is the once you get this knowledge, then you will never pity yourself.
डू यू फील दैट द केमिकल इम्बैलेंस, बिकॉज़ आई नो अगर किसी ने देखा है तो वो ट्रोल करेंगे मुझे तो, या आपको करेंगे।
It is not that chemical imbalance होता है तो ये होता है. It is the other way around. It is the other way around. It is self-belief which happens that causes chemical imbalances.
बट द मोस्ट पीपल नाउ बिलीव दैट इट इज़ अ केमिकल इम्बैलेंस दैट इज़ कॉजिंग दिस।
No, it is the other way around. Chemical
हाँ,
imbalance तो अपने आप हो जाएगा.
मतलब जनरल थ्योरी जो आजकल है एटलीस्ट इंटरनेट पे जो है, आई डोंट नो अबाउट प्रोफेशनल, प्रोफेशनल भी आके गालियाँ देंगे मुझे लग रहा है, मुझे देंगे मुझे तो लग रहा है, बट आई डोंट नो इफ वी ओके, वी विल एक्सप्लोर दिस ऑन अ डिफरेंट पॉडकास्ट, बट हमें कमेंट्स में बताना व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, पीपल फीलिंग pitiful about themselves, or is there what we discussed, is it that, क्या अच्छा लगता है, क्या मतलब क्या समझ में आता है आपको, आप बताना, ठीक है? और इस बुक के बारे में सनातन धर्म एंड अ कंप्लीट साइंटिफिक एनालिसिस, साइंस बिहाइंड गॉड, इंटेलिजेंस एंड सैल्वेशन, बहुत ज़बरदस्त है, अमेज़न पे है, बाय इट, इट इज़, आई वुड लाइक टू ट्रीट इट एज़ एन इन्वेस्टमेंट, एसआईपी अगर आप लोग इंटरेस्टेड रहते होंगे, सो आई थिंक सो दिस is more than an SIP. It's not an SIP. It is a complete investment. If you invest in it, go back, read it, understand it. It is a book which has to be read multiple times. I believe it is not only a one-time thing
Yes.
at all. It should be, अब मैं बाइबल वर्ड यूज नहीं करूंगा यहाँ पे, बट डू इट, एंड रिव्यूज आप वहाँ पे छोड़ना अमेजोन में, सर को भी ऑथर, एज एन ऑथर इट हेल्प्स हिम, और कोई अगर सवाल हो कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दो, we'll send them to sir, and he also is can visit the comment section and answer those questions.
After reading this book, जितने भी ह्यूमन लाइफ और स्पिरिचुअलिटी से कंसर्न क्वेश्चंस हैं किसी के भी
हाँ,
मन में,
हाँ,
वो अपने आप उनके अंदर से ही आंसर हो जाएंगे. दिस इज there's the
नहीं, जिनके हो जाते हैं वो तो अच्छा है, बट कई लोग होते हैं वो
they can always
हाँ,
ask.
पूछते हैं वो, मतलब तो ठीक है, पूछ लेना, कोई टेंशन नहीं है। एंड सर वुड लव टू काइंड ऑफ वी लीव एन ईमेल आल्सो परहैप्स,
हाँ सर,
ईमेल वी लीव एन ईमेल इफ यू हैव क्वेश्चंस, वो प्राइवेटली आप पूछ सकते हो अगर आपको पब्लिक में शर्म आती है, व्हाटएवर, डर लगता है, व्हाटएवर, सो दैट इज देयर। थैंक यू सो मच सर, pleasure talking to you, or I would say that one of the finest podcast this year, especially it was amazing talking to you. I try to stay away from most religious books and podcasts, but this was because this is very in depth, and I know that it's coming from a source of authenticity, तो क्या बोलूं, मतलब सच्चाई मैं कहना चाहूँगा, from Satya. So that's why I have kind of indulged in this and I loved it. और बाकी तो लंबी जर्नी है इसमें, और अभी तो स्टार्ट ही हुई है।
I also like to thank Book Nerds for recording this
Thank you.
podcast.
Pleasure is all ours, and I'm glad that we could find an author like you, and you were so near us, but yet so far. But so we could find you, and yeah, or till then, happy reading, and yeah, follow those 5 things that Sir has told you. Can you repeat it for them, just quickly?
The first is सत्य का पालन, दूसरा अहिंसा, तीसरा चोरी ना करना, चौथा ब्रह्मचर्य,
हाँ,
और चौथा पांचवा अपरिग्रह, यानी किसी दूसरे की चीज नहीं हड़प.
नहीं हड़पना, सही है। Okay, thank you so much, and until next time, we'll see you again soon in another podcast. तब तक socials पे follow कर लो। बुक नर्ड्स पॉडकास्ट का इंस्टाग्राम है @booknerdspodcast, यूट्यूब चैनल है बुक नर्ड्स, और वेबसाइट है हमारी podcast.booknerds.in। तो इन तीनों जगह फॉलो कर लो, और हमारा जो कम्युनिटी पेज है वो @dbooknerds है, तो वहाँ पे फॉलो कर लेना, और या सी यू सून। थैंक यू।